Hi everyone, so this is going to be my mabinogi best ways to make gold part 2. Today I'm just going to be talking about shadow missions. So first thing that I want to show everyone is I'm going to show everyone here on the map there are two places to actually go and do shadow missions. There are Tara and Teltine. So Tara is a little bit more laggy. Just a heads up, you'll most likely lag whenever you go into this city. It is the biggest city. It's very beautiful though. But for shadow missions, all of these shadow missions in here, so every single one of these is horrible for making gold. Every single one. Same on intermediate, advanced, hard mode. Hard mode I've seen some people do, and the only one that I've actually seen them do quickly is I've seen them do Enemy Beyond. If you have Hydra, you can place it down on the little circles and it'll kill all the people there, so you don't even need to be there. It's pretty much AFK shadow missioning. Other than that, there is, I believe, not Falmer Attack. There is Sulfur Spider. Okay, so Sulfur Spider can get you 25k each run. If you have 8 people with you, this is very fast. Not as fast as any of the other shadow missions I'm going to show you later on, but it is fairly fast for this area. Same thing with Ghost of Partholon. This will give you 15,000 gold. You have 5 people that you're going to bring with you. It's still at an okay speed, and you can get elite passes, you can get some items. It's well worth doing it, especially for the drops. Elite passes ahead of time. Elite is better to do it on. You don't need to be a specific level to do an elite run. I don't promote leeches, but if you need to leech, at least everyone needs to leech at one point, or has needed to leech at one point. So it's still understandable. For elite passes, always save every single elite pass you have. And this is the reason why. Number 1, if you end up getting VIP, then sometimes every mission will eventually go on VIP. If you don't have VIP, okay, then you have daily. So you're able to do your daily. This will give you an adventure coin when you have the quest for it, and it'll pop up either Teltine or Tara. So when you end up getting the quest for it, it's going to end up giving you more gold, and not the specific one, it only gives 4k, but the drops inside of them are so much better. They are way, way better. And that's what you're really looking for. If you look at Sulfur Spider, okay, this now gives you 34k. So if you use that with a advanced Shadow Crystal, or even a regular Shadow Crystal, that'll give you, almost 60k with a regular Shadow Crystal. That's well worth it. That's worth, 10 minutes of your time? Because it's going to take you 10 to 20 minutes to do this if you have 8 people. And if you're doing a shadow mission, if you're doing this specific shadow mission, you want to have at least 5 people, just for time. Enemy Beyond, that's again you get 10k. All you have to do is put down Hydra and then walk away. You're going to want to have a high ranking Hydra for this, but that's all you need to do. It's an immediate win. Or if you have a bunch of pets, just spam pets. I used to do that. Just spammed all my pets, waited for them to respawn, go to the next one. I was AFK the entire time. Next thing, Lord runs. Lord runs are something that you need a master title for. So when you go down here, so notice there's Expert Warrior, Green Knight, they're all pretty low, 'cause as all of you know, I just started this account. So Expert is not yet Master. Master is the highest you can get, and then Grandmaster is kind of like a boost for that. It doesn't really do anything. It's just a cooler name that you pay 2 million for. So Master is all you need for this, and people will normally do Lord runs on Channel 1 in the morning around 7 to 10 o'clock a.m. when the game starts. So if you're in the United States, that's anywhere from 7 to, let's see, 10. So 7 to 10 is when that would start, and then add 3 hours. That's all you would do. You can always just open up a party and shout doing Lord runs, though. This is a Lord run that you're going to want to do, though. It's 5 to 6 people. It's different, and that's how you can remember it. This is the fastest Lord run there is. And it pays, as you can see, 34k. So depending on the shadow crystal that you're using, you're going to get over 100k for that one shadow mission. And if you've got... Okay, shadow crystals currently cost 50k for the best one. So if you add 50 and 34 together, that gets 84k. So not really that much of an increase, but it's still a 20-something k increase just to get 100. If you end up getting 100k, you get more than that with the shadow crystals. So there's no reason why you shouldn't at least have some if you're able to do Lord runs and if you're going to do them. The other thing that I'm going to mention, you need a Lord Pass. You get those from either buying them from players for 5k, or you can end up going down and just spam shadow missions for them. You don't need crystals, you don't need passes, just spam any shadow mission and get Lord Passes. They will eventually drop from every single shadow mission. They are very rare for basic and intermediate, or basic, intermediate, and advanced on most of the shadow missions. So the other thing that I'm going to mention, all of these Lord runs pay the same. There is not one that is better than the others, except for the fact of speed. Speed will matter. That's all. If you go inside of a Lord run, it's 99% of the time going to be this one. And that's just because you go completely straight. So you start here, and you go all the way around the circle, fighting enemies that will spawn while you're fighting them. And then you get to the boss in the middle, kill the ghosts 1 or 2 times, and then the boss you're able to kill. You have to kill the ghosts first. If you are just getting to Master, I don't recommend you doing this solo. I recommend you end up getting someone else that knows how to do it for your first couple times at least, even if you're really strong. If you've ranked up every single one and you're just there at Master on every single skill, clearly you're going to know what you're doing, but it's still going to be hard for you. So next thing that I'm going to end up mentioning is this. And this is the last thing for Tara. The altar. You need to be standing on the altar. That's it. So if you're standing right here and you're in a party, notice how my feet are not on the altar. This is a horrible thing to do because they are going to leave without you. You are going to get ditched. That's a fact. No one's going to be able to tell that you're not on the altar except for you and the game 90% of the time, because they ain't going to be paying that much attention to you. And if they are, then they're a really, really good person. So, next up, let's go all the way to Tara, or to Teltine. As you all can see, there's heavy lag here. And pigeons. So a lot of people go down to Tiltine, or they go to Tiltine West Moongate. The best Moongate to go to for Tiltine Shadowruns is the Druid's House. The reason why is because it's a lot closer than the other two. Let's see. There's an ancient. Everyone kill ancients whenever you see them. If you don't, it is a major waste. I currently don't have swords on me. I'm gonna run because I don't have swords on me. I don't feel like dying on camera. Okay, so next thing that you can look at here. So we already know about the basic, intermediate, and advanced. They're just different levels. Hard and elite is the only thing that matters here. We don't have Lord runs for here. So for hard, these are the missions that I'm going to recommend you do. I always recommend you do the dailies and the VIP if you have VIP, because why buy it if you're not going to use it? So first up is Doran's Request. If you are a good alchemist, if you are an alchemist that can get everything done just on the first try, depending on how everything drops, this should take you 5 minutes to do. So you just spent 5 minutes getting 9k and ranking up your alchemy and ranking up art and ranking up your synthesis, which you actually only need synthesis up. I can't say that word very well. So if you end up ranking up your synthesis, then you shouldn't have any problem with this. The higher rank, the harder it's going to be, though, to get them correct. I would recommend getting at least 5 or 6 of each pieces to do Doran's Request. It pays 9k on hard mode. Next is Defeat the Shadow Wizard. So this is pretty much like Sulfur Spider. You get 1 to 8 people, and if you have a full team, or if you have 6 to 8 people, which is what I would recommend, if you can all split up and just fight one round, then you only end up fighting 8-9 guys each, and you end up completing the entire mission in maximum 5 minutes. If you have 8 people that are all out there fighting fairly good levels, you end up completing this very quickly. Not a lot of players like leeches in this. I would not be a leech in this specific shadow mission, just for the fact that it is about speed. So if you end up going inside of this shadow mission, just make sure that you are at least trying to fight, or that you are fighting. But it does pay very, very well, and especially for the speed. Next thing is, let's see, where is it? Conflict. Okay, so when people say a conflict spam, this is what they're talking about. It is conflict, an unexpected battle. This you need at least 3 people in order to go in. However, it pays you 15k gold every time, and the longest that I've seen people take to do this is about 8 minutes. And the shortest time is about 30 seconds. So I'm going to add in 30 seconds was a very, very strong team, and I wasn't doing anything. I was the 4th person. They literally just wanted me in there, and they ended up saying, hey, I'll give you all the XP. All you got to do is get the in chest, and if you end up getting a red upgrade stone or a blue upgrade stone, we'll take it. And other than that, you get the gold, you get the XP. I was like, okay, done. I'll just sit there. I filled up my gold bags so fast. I filled up an entire made inventory of gold bags, and then I think I had like 8 gold boxes, and it took less than an hour. It was not that hard. It was almost 1 million in gold, in like an hour. This is the shadow mission I would recommend. I would also point out I would never use shadow crystals in here. They're more expensive than what you're going to make for this area. That's just my opinion. I would never use them in Conflict. Conflict, I always get 15k gold every single time. So next up is Tilting Defensive Battle. So if you see someone saying TDB, this is what they're talking about. For this, you get, I think it's 29 to 30 gold. It's VIP right now, so I don't know. It might actually be 31 because I don't have VIP on this character. So let's just say that it's 31,000. You get 31,000. That's almost as much as a Lord run. I think a Lord run was like 35, right? We can check on this video to see. So, of course, this one takes about 20 minutes to do. It's a set time. You're going to be in there no matter what for that time. But here's what I would recommend doing. If you have a full party of 6, for the basic thing that you're going to be doing is 2 people are going to be at each gate. And if you end up having someone do 10 minutes of it, then you can have the other person do 10 minutes of it. That way you're splitting up the time. You're able to AFK for 10 minutes or pretty much AFK, be on YouTube. Whatever you would like for most of the shadow mission or half of the shadow mission. And there's sometimes you can just go there and just heal somebody or just say, hey, do you got this? I want to go and check on the other lanes. I do that every single time because I don't want to get to the final 2 seconds and then fail because another lane failed. This is an amazing shadow mission in order to use up all your shadow crystals, and I do use all my shadow crystals on this one. That's what I do. It's really the best one that I would recommend to use shadow crystals on, if not Lords. Ahead of time, I did forget to say you can only do 3 Lord runs a day. That's going into 3 Lord runs a day. If you don't finish it, the game says it's not their problem, it's yours. I would recommend not being on channel 1 if you lag out on channel 1 a lot to do your Lord runs, and most people won't really mind unless they already have a shop up. So keep that in mind too. So as you can see, there are also elite runs here. TDB is the best run for using shadow crystals if you have an elite pass. It has the most gold for the amount of time. Just get 6 people. It's not that hard to get 6 people for an elite TDB. Not that hard at all. Conflict, again, now it's almost 20k. I still wouldn't use the shadow crystals for it. It's not worth it to me. It's pretty much, do you want to waste the shadow crystal in order to make the money you spent back on it quicker? That's kind of the way I see it. As you can see, there are some shadow missions which you're only allowed to have just you. So when you get elite passes for these, I would recommend saving them, and I would save them inside of a bank. If you're not able to do them, of course. And the reason why is because elite shadow missions are going to have a higher chance at giving out red upgrade stones if they drop those. They're going to have a good chance at giving away good items. There's usually something inside of every elite shadow mission that you want. Whether it's something you can sell for gold or something that you can need. Maybe it's a blacksmith manual. Maybe it's clothing. Maybe it's, for all I know, art stones. Those are really good if you need smithing ranked up. Last thing that I'm going to mention, I actually have it written down here. Always pick up your gold. Always. If you don't pick up your gold, you're not going to make anywhere near the amount of money that you would for a shadow mission. A tip that I'm going to give you is in your bags, you can get what's called a doll bag, and those are these little dolls that run around and they pick up your gold for you. They have Fergus doll bag, Mari doll bag, Crystal doll bag. They have little monkey doll bags. They have the Archer Saber doll bags from the Fate Stay Night anime event. They have a lot of doll bags. They even have the Miku doll bag. That's a very old doll bag, but they do still have that. You can at least find it in the game. You'll need to drop trade for it, but you can find it if that's something you really want. Succubus, Incubus, doll bags, a tiger doll bag, a bear doll bag, a bunny doll bag. All of them will just pick up the gold. That's what they do for shadow missions. Some of them will also pick up other items, like Fergus will pick up ore as well, but not really that big of a difference. Since in 90% of these shadow missions, there's not going to be any ore. Unless you're in Sulfur Spider, there's not going to be any ore. I think Crystal picks up spider silk or cobwebs as well. So keep that in mind if you end up getting a crystal doll bag and you need lots of cobwebs. Go and get them. Like it's not that hard. Just AFK, make sure spiders can't kill you. Best place that I would AFK would be about here. There's a graveyard in Tier. It's not that hard to just AFK there and she'll pick up all the cobwebs all day long. Or until she spams out. They do have a time. I think it's 2 or 3 hours. So keep that in mind. This is what I would recommend to do if you're going to spam shadow missions for making gold. I don't believe it's the best way for making gold, but I do believe if you're okay fighting, if you're okay actively playing the game in order to make gold, this is the best way for that. What I mean by active is my ways of making gold, which I personally do, are I will buy from other players and resell items. I will farm items to sell. I won't spam dungeons or spam shadow missions. It's not worth it to me. It's not worth it because I would rather be on YouTube or watching Netflix and making gold that way and then just spamming these with my friends when I feel like it. But to each their own. I really would recommend you at least try this. See if you like it, and at least it's a good way on how to rank up your skills. There will be some videos on skilling just in shadow missions, but for right now, the next video is going to be just another gold making video. I will hope that all of you subscribe if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.